How's everybody doing? Nice. So excited to present that vegan summit. Again, my name is Scott Harrison, aka that vegan coach. So I will be your host, and we are going to get into that vegan summit as soon as I can share my screen. So again, yes, my name is Scott Harrison. I'll be your host. I hope that you get some valuable insights into a vegan diet today, learn more about nutrition, and see from my experience and many others the power of plants. There's not one single thing more important in life than your health. First, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, of course, so do not take this as medical advice. And second, write down any questions you have. I will answer them at the end. And third, there's no vegan police. You will not be arrested if you are not 100% vegan all the time. So, just do your best. And like I said, nobody's going to come and throw you in jail because you ate something that wasn't vegan. So, let's get started. All right. So, yeah, join us as we explore the benefits of veganism, focusing on health, performance, and longevity. What we do. So again, like I said, my name's Scott Harrison. I'm the owner of That Vegan Coach. And basically, I help people lose weight and keep it off and thrive on a vegan diet. It took me about 10 years to figure this out. So I kind of fast track people to get to that result much quicker. So yeah, my story. Okay, so this is my story and my transition into veganism. And I remember this day like it was yesterday. It's my this is effed story. So, yeah, basically about 10 years ago, I was sitting down at my dinner table and I looked down on my plate and all that was on it were two chicken breasts. That's it. No salads, no vegetables, no bread, nothing but two chicken breasts. And for whatever reason, that day just hit me like a freight train. And it was my this is effed because that's exactly what I said out loud. I looked up and said, this is effed. And it was. What I thought was healthy eating was anything but. I was just, you know, searching for that protein and everything that I thought I knew about nutrition um, was anything but healthy. So I knew that day that something had to change and I needed to make a drastic change for my health, not necessarily for my weight loss, but more for my health. And that set me on an incredible journey where I discovered what true health feels like, what compassion and empathy feel like. And I had honestly awakened a lion. So, what is a vegan diet? You truly eat more food on a vegan diet. Everyone says, oh, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. But in reality, you actually open yourself up to endless possibilities. There's so much food you can eat on a vegan diet. It's also known as the anti-inflammatory diet, and inflammation is linked to chronic disease. An anti-inflammatory diet can help reduce this risk. And you truly want to do everything in your power to reduce this because inflammation is the root of all chronic disease. So if you're constantly inflamed, you're just asking for trouble. The benefits of an anti-inflammatory diet, immune function, oh, sorry, it lowers the risk of heart disease, it enhances immune function, and promotes faster recovery from workouts. And immune function is huge. If you truly want to protect yourself from another pandemic, strengthen your immune system at every single meal. Trust me, that's way more protective than any mask will ever be. So, the keys to an anti-inflammatory foods include leafy greens, spinach and kale, berries, blueberries and strawberries, nuts, walnuts, almonds, and whole grains such as quinoa and brown rice. I've actually thrown out all my plates. Well, maybe not all of them, but honestly, I eat most of my meals out of a bowl now. It's a great way to dump in a ton of these foods and enjoy. All right, veganism and gym performance. Yeah, this is my bread and butter. Vegan diet can fuel workouts, improve endurance, and aid in muscle recovery. I've actually seen my blood oxygen level at 99%, and this is crucial for performance and stamina. And all of my lifts have gone up. All my strength has gone up since I've adapted a vegan diet. It's just win-win. Again, all that inflammation goes down, so you're not sore for 4 days after a leg workout anymore. You can actually bounce back, and I've done legs back-to-back days, whereas before I would need a week to recover just from one leg workout. So it's truly amazing the performance enhancement you'll notice in the gym. So some of the nutritional needs for athletes, key nutrients for athletes, such as protein, which is essential for muscle repair, iron, which is vital for energy levels, omega-3s, which support heart health. I would even say all nutrients are essential. You can't obsess over just one, which is what I was doing. I was completely obsessing over protein, protein, protein. That's all I thought about all day long. And I was completely ignoring all the other essential vitamins and minerals in my diet, like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B, fiber, all that stuff just went to the wayside because all I cared about was protein. And I thought the only place I could get it was from an animal. And nothing could be further from the truth. Excuse me. So success stories. Many elite athletes thrive on a vegan diet, proving it can enhance performance and recovery. So some athletes include Venus Williams, Lewis Hamilton, Scott Jurek, Patrick Baboumian, and Kendrick Ferris. And Patrick actually won the World Strongman competition right here in Canada, in Toronto, Ontario. So you could absolutely thrive on a diet like this. Okay, so protein requirements. Again, this is what everybody focuses on. You say you're going vegan and everyone's like, where are you going to get your protein? Like you're going to die from protein deficiency all of a sudden. So for men, it's approximately 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. And this is ideal body weight, I would add too. So if you're 20, 40 pounds overweight, you want that number to be at your ideal body weight. So if your ideal body weight is, say, 150 pounds and you're currently 170, you want to eat the protein for that 150-pound ideal weight. So multiply by your ideal weight. So yeah, for example, a man weighing 70 kilos, 154 pounds, you would need about 70 to 84 grams of protein per day. For women, it's approximately zero point 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. So a woman weighing, what's that say, 60 kilograms, 122 pounds, would need about 48 to 60 grams of protein per day. Additional considerations, active individuals, those who engage in regular strength training or endurance activities, may benefit from higher protein intake, closer to the upper range. Muscle maintenance as we age, maintaining muscle mass becomes increasingly important, so adequate protein intake is essential. So again, protein's important, but it's not the only thing. What I kind of do is aim for about 30 to 35 grams of protein per meal. So if I'm having 3 to 4 meals a day, that bumps me up between 90 to 120 grams of protein. And honestly, if you do that, if you aim for between 25 to 35 grams of protein per meal per day, you'll be fine. So some protein sources include lentils, chickpeas, nutritional yeast, seitan, green peas, hemp seeds, tofu, and quinoa. And these are just a few. There's protein in just about everything. I mean, carrots have protein in them, so you won't be protein deficient if you eat a well-rounded, balanced diet. Some forms of fermented protein. So this breaks down the complex proteins into simpler peptides and amino acids, making them easier for the body to utilize, such as tempeh, miso, natto, and fermented pea protein. Actually, doesn't this tempeh look like hash browns? I love hash browns. I love tempeh as well. It's probably one of my favorite fermented sources of protein. It's really good. Okay, so water. So pertaining to weight loss, water is huge. And a lot of the times when we think we're hungry, we're actually thirsty. The receptors in your brain that tell you you're hungry and you're thirsty are very close to each other. And so sometimes you get confused and you think you're hungry when actually you're just dehydrated. So when that happens, if you get hungry, I suggest drink a big glass of water, like this one I got here. Drink a big glass of water first, and then rethink, okay, am I still hungry or no? Was I just thirsty? And other benefits of water include that it adds volume to food without added calories. So foods like soups, fruits, and veggies fill your stomach. Um, Leading to feeling fullness sooner and for longer. And this can help reduce overall calorie intake by making you feel satisfied with smaller portions. So the water in food actually expands your stomach. And when you think about it, foods like fruits and vegetables like grapes and apples and peppers and tomatoes, all of these foods are high in water content and low in fat. So your body's not going to store these foods as fat. That water is eventually just going to, be urinated out of your body. So this is huge in a weight loss journey. You want to fill, in my case, bowls with as much water-based foods as possible because again, you get that advantage of filling your stomach, feeling full, feeling fuller longer, so you're not reaching for unhealthy snacks. Longevity and veganism. Studies show that a plant-based diet is associated with a longer, healthier life. The longest living populations on the planet eat plant-based. Check out the blue zones. If you've never heard of the blue zones, that's a real eye opener. And I mean, I think at the end of the day, we all strive to live a long, healthy life, regardless of weight loss and all that other great stuff. I think the goal is to live a long, healthy life. And this is the best way to do it. Scientific studies. Research indicates that vegans have lower rates of chronic diseases and longer lifespans. So again, just refer back to the blue zones. Common misconceptions. Vegans lack protein. Again, this is the biggest misconception. And the fact is, plenty of plant-based sources provide adequate protein. And all protein originates from plants. If there were no plants, there would be no protein. So just go straight to the source. Transitioning to veganism. Start gradually by replacing one meal a day with a vegan option. Explore new recipes. And here's a link for my Facebook. So I post tons of new recipes all the time and just start with one meal. Um, sorry, whoops. Start gradually. Start with breakfast. I think everyone likes oatmeal and start there and just kind of expand slowly from there. Meal planning is huge. Plan balanced meals with a variety of foods to ensure you meet your nutritional needs. And track them with an app such as Chronometer. This will ensure you are getting all of your macros and your micros. This is what I do. I still need to track because when I don't, I exceed my calories all the time. So It's important to do that, especially, on a weight loss journey. So cooking tips, experiment with spices and herbs, try batch cooking to save time and reduce waste. I fry with apple cider vinegar instead of oil. I like using lemon and lime juice to enhance flavor, and extracts such as vanilla, orange, and coconut oil are wonderful. Supplements. What about B12? The easiest way to get your B12 is with a supplement. I use a multivitamin from Complement. Of course, always consult with your doctor before taking supplements. And if you're interested in this, I have a discount code TVC10 for this multivitamin. This is the one that I take all the time, and it's just a really good vegan source multivitamin. So, some resources for vegans, recommended resources and books. How Not to Die by Dr. Michael Greger is a fantastic book. I read it all the time. Websites would include Forks Over Knives, Vegan Society, and mine, which is that Vegan Coach. Overcoming challenges. So, some common challenges include social situations and cravings. Seek support from vegan communities. There are more and more vegan options becoming available in restaurants. When in doubt, stick to salads and veggies. So, in conclusion, yeah, just embrace the vegan lifestyle for improved health, enhanced performance, and longevity. At age 53, I've never felt stronger, healthier, and happier in my entire life. I know what it's like to eat animals, and I know what it's like not to. Not to is 100 times better. My only regret is not doing this sooner. And desire. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the power of desire. So this is a picture of my mother and I. Obviously, I'm just a baby, and this is the power of her desire. So my mother wanted to give birth to me naturally. No epidural, no drugs, nothing. She did not want to put my health at risk for me. Her desire was so strong, she went through the pain and delivered this bundle of joy talking to you today. Each and every one of you have the power to achieve anything you desire. My hope is that I help you realize this and embrace this beautiful lifestyle. This is your year. You can achieve your wildest desires. A few ways to contact me, I should say. There's my phone number. Some of you probably got a text from me. My website is thatvegancoach.ca, and my email address is my name, so my full name, Scott Harrison, 66 at hotmail.com. If you would like further support in your weight loss journey, by all means, contact me and we can have a conversation to see what that looks like. And thank you for watching.